Mikel, well done. How do you rate the performance here tonight in Athens?
Well, it's a really good result. First of all, to win away in Europe is very difficult. To come to a ground like this and get the result we got, credit to the lads. We suffered the first 10 minutes. I think we gave a lot of simple balls away when we had the chance to open them up and generate the overloads and the situations to run. We give the ball away, so we could not generate any continuity in our play. After that, we started to have more control of the game and create the situation where we wanted. We missed a couple of good opportunities, and in the second half, apart from the set pieces, I think we control defensively much better the game. We control the game in the opponent's half much better, and we have chances to score more.
Yeah, with that in mind, are you a little bit disappointed it is only 1-0?
Because I think we could have put the tie in a much better position. It's still good, but we had clear chances with top players that we expect to put the ball in the net.
What impresses you about the maturity and the calmness of Bukayo Saka? Because for that assist, which is his 9th of the season, he had all of that, didn't he?
Well, we try to put him in the position we can surround him with the right players in the right areas, because he's not a fullback. He's responding really well. He has a lot of courage to make decisions in the final third, to risk, probably the most opportunities we created, it was on his side again, and I'm very pleased with his performance.
Do you say thank you to your goalkeeper as well? He made a couple of good saves to help you out.
Yeah, he did in the first half, to be fair. When we needed him, we know it's a team on crosses in wide areas. They are very, very dangerous, and we could not prevent that in the first 10-15 minutes, and that's why we suffered.
And look, it's 9 unbeaten now. What have you said to the team about just keeping this going? Any competition, do not get beaten. It's all about having a good run.
We go game by game. We go day by day, because in this process there are a lot of things that I want to improve. A lot of things that I see that they still doesn't allow us to dominate the game more and better and create more situations for the opponents, but in the same time they play with a massive heart, the attitude, the commitment, the way they were tracking back. We have 3 players with cramps, with injuries, and they still carry on, so credit to them.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
I think in the first 80 minutes the goalkeeper was their best player, which is always a bad sign.
Yeah.
Leno was making a lot of good saves. I think at that point Arsenal would have signed for the 0-0, known that Olympiakos and teams like that are less good away from home. But the last 15 minutes, suddenly Arsenal came alive, and the goal they scored was a beautiful goal. A beautiful goal. Can you go into the goal?
Not yet. Well, you can if you read. Look at that. The passion for goal scoring, the burn strong still. We'll see it a bit later on.
Okay.
Just tell us what it was that you loved particularly.
No, I love the moment before Saka passed the ball, because he basically ordered Lacazette to move into that space.
Yeah.
I
can tell you'd love to still be out there doing it yourself, wouldn't you?
Well, those days are finished, and I'm fine with that. But it was a beautiful goal to watch.
Yeah. And sitting alongside Martin Keown is never a bad thing, is it?
No, it certainly isn't.
Says the man himself. Right, well, we'll take a look back at the goal. We'll have a look back at everything that happened in that match, and also we'll review what a great night it's been actually for British teams. Not a single knockout blow tonight for a British side. Talking of knockout blows, big weekend on its way.
Alex, well done. What's your view on how tonight went?
Good performance from the team. We had a clean sheet, so obviously it's a good point. We won 1-0. We wanted to score more goals, but at the end it's good because we have an advantage for the next game.
You had to be ready for your goal. You didn't get too many chances here in Athens.
I had few chances, but not always easy to score. And thanks Bukayo for the cross, was nice, and I'm happy because I scored.
Saka set it up. He's now made 9 assists for Arsenal. What's your take, Bernd, on how he's getting on?
Yeah, I think Bukayo, he's an outstanding player, and hopefully he stays very long at Arsenal, and he's very important. And I think today his cross was very good for Laka to score, and yeah, we are happy that we have now the advantage. We have the away goal, and yeah, at home we want to beat them again and go to the next round.
How do you feel you got on personally? You made a couple of crucial saves, including right at the start of the match.
Yeah, I think that's my job, and at the end, when you have a clean sheet, I'm happy. We won this game, and we have the away goal, so I'm happy like Laka and all the other guys.
The manager said before the game that he plans to play now his best goalkeeper in the Europa League, which he considers to be you. Is that something you're happy with? You're going to be playing in Europe all the time with Arsenal.
Of course, because I want to play all the games, because I think we take this tournament serious, because it's another chance for a trophy and also to qualify for the Champions League, and so I want to play all these games, and I'm happy that the manager made the decision that I play the Premier League games and the Europa League games as well.
Are Olympiakos still a threat going into that game next week in London?
Yeah, it was nice to come here and with a great atmosphere. Now we have to go home, and with our fans, going to be better for us.
Well done, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look, of course they're gonna say that Olympiakos are a threat in the second leg. We were talking though, and you were saying actually even at 0-0, Olympiakos away from home isn't great. Arsenal won't say it publicly, but they will feel it's more than half the job done, won't they?
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it's a difference. I noticed that while playing in Turkey, and it's a similar team in my opinion, Olympiakos. We had games at home with the fans behind us and feeling bigger, stronger, better. Yeah. And then 2 weeks later we had a game away, and then it was just not from that level. So somehow it has an influence. It shouldn't have, but I think the next game is Arsenal's.
Yeah. And I think the away record actually this season, and looking back into the past as well in Europe particularly, tells us that is exactly the case for Olympiakos. Let's focus though on this evening. So you noticed kind of about 60, 65 minutes in that they were starting to make changes, and they genuinely did have an impact when it comes to the goal.
Without doubt, because Aubameyang's on that left-hand side. I like Piraeus coming into the midfield. He's a very creative player.
Yeah.
Guendouzi probably better sitting in front of the defence, but Mustafi plays a wonderful pass, diagonal ball, to a willing runner. You see him here pick up the ball, and he pings this. I mean, you have to say he's done well in this game tonight. Aubameyang back out on the left, where we know he's at his best, and then here comes the young man, underlapping run, and look at this for a pass. And that's not by luck or by chance. That's his 9th assist of the season. He was the 3rd choice left back, by the way, at the beginning of this season. And now look at him. He's got 9 assists, and no one can live with him. And look, Lacazette's movement. Robin, look at his movement in the box.
But this type of passes is like from Ryan Giggs used to give those passes. Dennis Bergkamp, Paul Scholes. This is like ordering your striker to move there into that danger zone, and it's absolutely world class. It's really, really good. And
simple, isn't it? But effective.
Yeah, but this is not simple. This is very world class. Yeah, it makes it look easy, but this pass, you know, like I said, only the great players can give those passes. And,
so where does an average player put the ball in that situation?
An average player, most of the crosses there would be kicked away by the defender, and would just be shot too high or too low without an idea. You know, this is a pass with an idea.
It's fed, isn't it? It's fed into into an area, and this
is a pass with a message, you know, and this is what you want from your players.
And as a striker, you want that. You want to almost be told where to go, effectively, by the pass. Yeah.
Yeah, but and as well, like I said, he just feels where the danger is, because at this point, just before the pass, he's not in a dangerous zone, so he realizes within a split second, like, listen, okay, I have to make a move, I have to find my space. And he does that really well. So this is a world-class couple of steps from Lacazette. And we have a moment later where he doesn't have that, you know. So he's still mixing it up a little bit.
It's a good point, though, because you actually saw on that second angle there, as soon as he saw Saka get the ball, he knew exactly where he was going. He sort of grabbed the defender at that point, pulled himself past the defender. There was no doubt, was there, in Lacazette's mind when that ball was going to go.
This is in a split second. He's just realizing, like, okay, the danger is not in front of me, but I have to make a move. I have to find my space. So world class.
Have a look at it again. You'll see the minute Saka gets the ball, his eyes almost light up, Lacazette. This angle here, look.
I think we shouldn't forget.
Look, watch.
Jake.
So exactly.
Whoa, I know where that's going.
This is a split second there.
But we shouldn't forget this young man, Saka, is 18 years of age. He's coming through the academy. And, you know, if you compare, I mean, I don't want to pick on Pepe, but if you look at the performances, who's creating the assists, it's coming from the academy player. and he's got his chance. It's fortunate that he's even in the team. Boy, he's really taken that. Kolasinac now sitting on the bench having to watch and sort of suck it up. And that's what you need. You take your chance, make your mark when you get an opportunity. That's the message to the young Arsenal players, because Arteta will play you. If you're good enough, you stay in the team.
And we've been lucky, really, to sit on Thursdays. We've watched his progression, haven't we, from coming on in the Europa League to starting, and now what a breakthrough season. I think sometimes when players are young like this, you only really know if they're good enough in this setting. Youth team football, under 23s, it doesn't tell you enough, does it?
No, that's true. But he's really taking his chance, and that is nice to see from a young kid to really grabbing his chance and playing for his future and doing it so well. So nice to see.
Talking of chances, there were a few late ones as well for Arsenal. They could have had more than one.
They should have in the end. The last 50 minutes were really good, and they created 3 or 4 really good chances. This is a nice counter-attack. Yeah, sometimes it's good to wait here. And this is what I want to talk about. This is not world class, this particular action, because as you can see in a minute here, so his body movement is too closed, it's too much towards the ball. So his body should be more open, so he can have that slight touch similar to the one Haaland had. I know the one Haaland against PSG. You know, it's like sliding it through. So you only need 1 touch. Now he needs 2 touches to get a shot in, and even he does well with the second touch, but he takes he needs an extra second.
You're talking about the finest margins there, though.
Yeah, but he knows what I mean. It's like with the first touch, he should put it in an angle where he only needs 2, maximum 3 steps to have a clear shot. And he didn't do it there.
That's why the first touch is everything, Jake.
Yeah,
as you know.
That's why you'd have been a top player. Your second tackle.
Says the first
your second touch can't be a tackle, can it? You have to concentrate on your first touch, and then everything takes care of itself after that, because it sets you up. Yeah. But he's done well actually with his second touch, doesn't he, to get it away?
Yeah.
But
he should have done better.
If it's a better first touch, then it makes it easier to score the goal.
Yeah,
exactly.
Was your second touch usually a tackle? Yeah.
Correct.
I want to talk about the defending, something that you were very good at indeed. We were looking at clean sheets. 6 clean sheets in the first 11 games for Mikel Arteta. None in the final 11 games for the previous manager. I mean, that is a huge step forward in itself.
Yeah, and again, we've got to look at the shots against. On average now, there are fewer shots at the Arsenal goal. Leno was making more saves than any other keeper, so he's well used to the action he was having to come up against tonight. And I felt Arsenal were a little bit passive for large periods. They're kind of just doing enough. And then Leno has been quite a success story, coming into, Petacek. They're big boots to fill, and I think he's done that successfully by and large. It's his first game in the Europa League, and he's come out to make a point here.
Sends a strong message as well, doesn't it, playing him in this competition?
I think it does. I think it's something maybe Arsene Wenger would have actually played the second string keeper, because they travel the world, don't they, supporting the main keeper. So, but he's now seen fit to put the number 1 in, and I can see why tonight he put a really good display in.
If you're going to be a good team, you've got to get it right at the back. It feels like that's starting to happen after years of asking big questions. That's
your fundament. You have to start from the back, and you need a good keeper, and then you need to slowly build it out from the back. And it looks solid now. I do believe that they missed Özil tonight, especially in the first 80 minutes. So hopefully he's back soon, so he can feed the front 3. But I think 1-0 at Olympiakos is a good result.